Hello everyone, this is HammerTron here with a new action figure review for you. This time I am reviewing the Fortnite Teknique solo mode action figure. This is a 4-inch action figure based on the Fortnite game by Epic Games. This series of action figures is made by Jazzwares. This came out in 2018. I picked this up in a store sometime in 2020. So here it is in a nice plastic package, like a big window package, so we can see what we are buying. So we can see the action figure, the harvesting tool, a figure stand, and a little mini catalog there. So I do like the window boxes and packages so I can see what I'm getting before I buy it. This is the front. There is the top. There is the bottom. Here is one side. Here is the other side. Here is the back with the quote there. It says, "Spray up a storm." Interesting quote. And these are the other action figures in this first series of 4-inch action figures. I have already reviewed all of them. There's some manufacturing information. And this is a plastic package. So the way I open this up is I cut along here and along here. That way I can pick up this plastic piece to pull out the plastic tray. And then later I can put it back in for storage. So in just a moment I will open this up and review the action figure itself. Here is the Fortnite Teknique solo mode action figure. Let's take a look at how tall this action figure is. Looks like right about 4 inches tall or 10 centimeters tall. Just a little bit shorter than the other Fortnite 4-inch action figures I have reviewed. So this is a female character or a female skin. So let's take a look at the action figure here. Now here we have an extra hood piece. Now this hood piece comes off very easily. It's a pliable plastic and it looks like it's designed to hook under something around the action figure. Comes off very easily, so I'm going to keep it off for now. And here's an extra gas mask piece. It's an extra plastic piece that wraps around the neck here, so it's kind of loose. And there's a head, nice head sculpt. I don't know about the paint around the eyes. It seems a little bit strange, but other than that, it looks alright. So this character is wearing a hat with some hair sticking out the back, and then some extra hair hanging in front of her face. That's attached to the hat up there. And the rest of this looks like kind of a sweatsuit kind of outfit. So some nice detailing on the body here and on the arms, and then we can see the sleeves are rolled up a little bit so we can see some bare arm or bare skin on the arms there. And there's some gloves. And then this looks like a pair of sweatpants with the string tie on the waist there, with some little wrinkles sculpted in to show that this is an article of clothing rather than bare skin. But down here the leggings are rolled up just a little bit so we can see some bare skin on the legs there around the ankles. And then these are some nice shoes. Looks nice. And then the peg holes are on the front of the foot rather than the heel, and these peg holes actually look like little hexagons. And then some more of the same kind of detail on the back here. And there's a peg hole for a back bling or backpack. So this action figure kind of looks like more of a civilian type action figure. Let's take a look at the articulation here. Now, there's no hood. The hood would normally get in the way of the articulation of the head a little bit. But without the hood, we can look up that much. And not really look down. We can turn side to side. And just a little bit of tilting. So that's pretty good. Then we have shoulder joints. Those are ratcheted. Maybe you can hear the clicking. We can go out that far. We can spin around. Very nice. Now when we get to the elbow joints, you want to be careful. You want to look carefully at where the joint is for the elbow. You don't want to start bending unless you know where it is, because sometimes it's hard to see. But it's a single jointed elbow. It moves in that much, so less than 90 degrees. And then there's a swivel at the elbow on both sides. And then the wrist can turn. And there is a little hinge. The hinges are pretty stiff. So no, I don't want to try bending them too much. So the hinges are pretty stiff. I know they're hinges because all the others so far have had little hinges at the wrist, horizontal hinges. And we have a diaphragm cut. So we can bend back quite a bit and crunch forward just a little bit. Move side to side, move all the way around. Nice. There's a waist twist. That seems to work. And let's see if we can do some splits. Not too bad. Some of the others can do bigger splits, but not too bad. And let's kick forward. No, not very much. And kick back just a little bit. So the hip joints are a bit limited on this one. And then we have an upper thigh cut on both sides. So we can turn the legs. Then we have double jointed knees. Not too bad. So I think we can put this action figure maybe in a chair. Although the legs aren't quite horizontal enough. So that'd be a little difficult. And at the ankles, we can go down that much. Go up that much. There is soft ratcheting in the ankle joints, so maybe you can't hear the clicking, but I can feel it as I push the feet. And then we have pivot. So except for the wrist joints, I think all the other joints are moving pretty nicely. Not too stiff, although I'm a little worried that they're going to get too loose too soon. Now, let's take a look at the accessories. We have a harvesting tool. This is called the Renegade Roller. So it looks like a paint roller up here, but it also looks like a little crowbar attached to the handle. So that's kind of interesting. Now we want to be careful up here because this part might break pretty easily, so we want to be careful, especially as we're taking it out of the plastic tray of the package. And we want to be careful with the thumb and fingers, so we have to maneuver it carefully before we put it in. And there, that should work. It might fit in some of these thicker parts of it, but I haven't tried that yet. So if we try to put it on a thicker part of the handle, I think that'll stretch out the fingers and the thumb, and that'll eventually cause a problem. And then we have the figure stand. Here's the figure stand. It's made to look like wood. And there's a peg to put the action figure on, and it's a building piece, so we can snap this into place with some other pieces like this to build something. But it's also a figure stand, so we just put the peg hole on the peg, and then we can make the action figure stand. There we go. So that looks nice. Here is Teknique next to the Adventurer action figure from the Animal Planet set, and the Rust Lord action figure from the Llama Drama Loot Pinata. It's nice to see that Teknique is just a little bit shorter than the Rust Lord action figure, so there is a difference between male and female character action figures in the Jazzwares Fortnite series. So it's good to see some size differences in that case. Here is Teknique next to the Fortnite Legendary Series Havoc action figure by Jazzwares, and the Evil Lyn action figure from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse by Mattel series. Here is Teknique next to the Marvel Legends Invisible Woman action figure by Hasbro, and next to the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin Pink Ranger action figure by Hasbro. So it's nice to see a bit of height difference. I didn't realize the Pink Ranger was so short. The HammerTron Sledgehammer rating is okay. I'd like to put it up a little higher. However, a couple of problems. The wrist joints seem to be a bit too stiff. I didn't want to push too hard because I was afraid I would break the wrist. The elbow joints seem to be a bit limited in articulation, not getting up to 90 degrees. And the hood, I like the hood. However, it's an extra piece, and I think it falls off too easily, and that'll get lost or something. So I still think it's a nice action figure, and it would be good to put in a diorama or display as a civilian type character doing some painting. So I hope Teknique is using a good technique to paint my sledgehammer there. Thank you for watching my review. Remember to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with my future reviews. I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.